Please welcome Farrah Gray. Y'all give it to our brother Farrah. Welcome, brother.
Thank you for having me.
We must jump straight into this. 14 years old, a millionaire.
Yes.
How does that go together?
Well, I'm a strong believer that comfort is the enemy of achievement. My mom had a heart attack, and everybody needs a pivotal moment. So I got up one morning and I said, I'm not going to come home. And I was 6 until I helped my mom pay the bills. So I saw oversized rocks in the streets, and I started painting them. And I would knock on people's doors, and I would say, would you like to buy this? People look at me like, ain't that the rock that was in front of my door? I was like, yeah, but see, it's different now. It can be used as paperweights, bookends, and door stoppers. I made $50, 5,000 pennies. I was balling as I saw it.
Wow. 6 years old?
Yes.
You started painting rocks?
Yes.
Because your mom was ill?
Yes.
And you wanted to help pay the bills?
Yes.
Now, from 6 to 14,
yes.
Did you make $1 million selling rocks?
See, the key thing is, growing up on the south side of Chicago in the Robert Taylor projects, according to statistics, I'm supposed to either be in prison or dead.
Yes, sir.
So what I was able to do was really focus my dreams into fruition. So I took the rock selling business and started another business, and I created a business club with my friends, and we basically raised $15,000, grew it, and went to people with more money. I opened up an office on Wall Street at 13, and opened up an actual, similar to a bank, a venture capital fund for other inner city youth who were voted least likely to succeed.
I want to make sure we heard that. At 13 years old,
yes.
you had an office
yes.
on Wall Street.
Yes.
Chili, is this what you want? I mean, we are trying, baby. He has it. He has it. He has it.
20 years.
Now, recipes from your grandmother.
Yes.
Help make you rich.
Yes.
Tell us about the recipes from your grandmother.
Absolutely. We were too poor to afford syrup, so my grandmother used to make our syrup for us. And I could always cook. So I said, wait a minute, let me start a food company. But I got a book called From Kitchen to Market. I started studying it, and I added strawberry, added vanilla, and did over 1.5 million in sales in my first year, flipped the company, and then I ultimately sold Far Out Foods.
Wow, brother. Now, we have to talk about
yes.
the book, Realionaire.
Yes.
Exactly what is a realionaire?
A realionaire is somebody who is rich from the inside out. Growing up, I saw so many people in my community on the south side of Chicago. They had spirit, love, of abundance, but they didn't have the outer wealth. So then you see people on television living the best life that money can buy, but they're unhappy. So I said, wait a minute, I want to bring the two together, and that to me is what a realionaire is, someone who is rich from the inside out, because I believe if you don't go within, you'll go without. So I said, that's a realionaire, so drop the meal and add the real, so you have a balance of success.
Boy, that boy from Chicago, baby. My homeboy right there.
Harold's Chicken.
Now, you say in the book, there are 3
yes.
important questions that we all have to ask ourselves before
Absolutely.
we chase
yes.
our dream.
Yes.
What are those questions?
I'm a strong believer that really the 2 most important times in anybody's life is when we were born and when we find out why we were born. What did God put you here to do? So I always say, ask yourself 3 questions. First question, what comes easy to me but harder to other people? Second question, what would I do and work for years and years? This one's tricky and never have to get paid for it. Third question is, how can I be of service and how can I give back? And I believe that once you're able to answer those 3 questions, the world and the marketplace will open up for you, your gifts, your talents, and you'll never have to work another day in your life.
Now,
it's that area of excellence.
I've always been a believer that if there's something that you want and somebody already has it,
yes.
talk to them. See how they got it.
Absolutely.
A lot of us want to be millionaires. Yeah. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but everybody can't handle that type of success. Like we've seen the stories where there was 100 million and there's nothing. How do you keep it balanced, Farrah? How do you keep it balanced from being a 14-year-old millionaire to right now? How are you able to balance that and not lose yourself?
Well, the thing is, money doesn't change you. It just magnifies who you really are. So if you don't build your success from the inside out, which goes back to my Realionaire philosophy, 9 steps to become rich from the inside out, it's got to start within. And if you have that spiritual balance. You know, when I say spiritual, not necessarily church, because you have some people, I go to church all the time, but some people jump up and down filled with the Holy Ghost on Sunday and live with Casper the Ghost on Monday.
Wow.
Okay? But I believe in spiritual abundance. So, you know, I believe in, again, the foundation has to start within, and then you're able to build that success, and then you'll be balanced, because money really is just an option. It gives you options of what things that you couldn't do yesterday that now you can do today.
Now, Farrah, what do you say to first generation money?
Yes.
And like a lot of us that are entertainers,
Yeah.
we are the first ones
Yeah.
to make that kind of money and have no idea what to do with it or how to manage it or being responsible for taxes.
Yes.
What do you say to us as these people that's first generation to make that money go into the next generation?
Absolutely, for generations yet unborn. I think it's important to first invest. As soon as I made my first million, I retired my mom and my grandmother, and I started buying real estate. I started buying actual gold and platinum and silver. I'm also a strong believer. You know, I tell people in my generation, if you drive a Land Rover, Land Cruiser, and have a landlord, something's wrong.
Come on now.
It's just that simple. Something's wrong. So invest today so you can have a tomorrow.
Now, when we talk about generations
Yes.
and preparing our children to make sure they're struggling the same as ours were, you keep going in these different directions with your companies.
Yeah.
And now you have the publishing imprint. Tell us about the publishing imprint for your books.
Well, it's called Farrah Great Publishing. Our slogan is drop some ink and make a million think. We've got Toya Carter, Don Lemon, Flavor Flav, my God, Victoria Rao, Kimani Marley, true icons, Richard Roundtree, Shaft. So check out and look out for their books, because their messages are inspirational, and we're trying to change lives one book at a time. So check out Farrah Great Publishing.
As you are changing lives,
Yes.
one book at a time. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank
Y'all
you.
let him hear it, baby. Give it up to our brother, Farrah Gray. To help us all get on the road to chasing our dreams, Farrah has brought along copies of his book for everybody in the audience. Don't y'all go nowhere, baby. Big Jim